Hello, fellow One Piece fans and YouTube perusers. It's Christian Nail here, and today should have been the day that we got the new translations for One Piece Chapter 879 on, all the scanlation websites like MangaStream, so forth and so forth. That's really the only one I use, but for some reason it hasn't dropped. I believe that's due to something with all the arrests we've been hearing about recently and whatnot. However, in thinking about the chapter and just brainstorming, I had a few ideas, and at the end of the last chapter, 878, we were introduced to the beginning of the Luffy versus Katakuri fight in the Mirror Realm, which I believe will be, of course, starting in the next chapter, unless Oda decides to pull some bull and cut to Sanji baking the cake or something, which is quite possible, as we all know. But, anyways, I wanted to discuss my belief on the most likely way that Luffy is going to win this fight because he can't really lose. I mean, if he loses, he's going to be, for all intents and purposes, fucked. And I don't know. I just kind of think this is a fight that he has to win. I don't think he's going to get away from Katakuri. I don't think he's going to escape. There are too many people there to just simply run away from. I think he's going to, you know, conquer his hockey most of the fodder there, most of the people, and then deal with Katakuri himself. And the way I think he's going to do that is going to be Gear 5th or some twist on it. Now, we know that Gear 4th is a combination of armament hockey and his Gomu Gomu no Mi's stretch ability. He combines those to his benefit, and I think Gear 5th is going to be, he's probably going to pull it out in this fight because I don't think he can beat Katakuri with, in base mode, of course not, or Gear 4th really, or any variation of Gear 4th like he did with Cracker in the tank mode. He barely beat Cracker as it was, and that was with Nami's help, and here he is alone versus Katakuri, the top commander in the Big Mom Pirates, and seeing as how he could barely take down Cracker, as I said, I just don't see it happening with Gear 4th. Now, Gear 5th, I think, is going to be a combination of his Gomu Gomu no Mi's rubber ability as well as some form of Kenbun Shokuno Haki. We know that Katakuri specializes in Kenbun Shokuno Haki. He can see the future, which puts Luffy at it, like a massive disadvantage. Now, I think we're going to see some form of Luffy's advanced Kenbun Shokuno Haki, which I'm pretty positive that he has. Now, we've seen this before. We've seen before inklings that he can see the future as well, In Marineford, we had the scene where he was going into attack Mihawk, and he went for I believe it was a bazooka, and he almost lost his arms. He saw the scene of Mihawk cutting off his arms, and right before that happened, he pushed his hands into the ground to avoid that happening. So, if I'm not mistaken, in the past there have been other little foreshadowings to Luffy being able to see the future as well. Nothing to the level which we've seen with Katakuri. It's just been little 1 second clips, if that, in times of extreme distress. Therefore, I think he does have the ability. I think on Ruskaina, where he was training with Rayleigh, in those last 6 months, he probably advanced that, like we saw with his Busou Shokuhaki in Gear 4th. And another thing is, we also saw during the Doflamingo fight, towards the end, right before it ended, he had that flashback to where he was training with Rayleigh, and Rayleigh tells him that Gear 4th puts too much of a strain on his body to realistically be used for an extended duration of time. And to me, at least, and that he needed to develop a new technique. And to me, that foreshadows that he has some other form or some other ability that he's going to use that takes less of a toll on his physical body and probably has more to do with reaction time, speed, and all that, which is the final little piece of evidence that I have leading me to this theory. And that's really it. That's how I think he's going to beat Katakuri. I don't know if it's going to be called Gear Fifth, or maybe it will be another form of Gear Fourth. It just won't have anything to do with the Busou abilities. It'll be more based towards Kenbun Shogun Haki. Uh, who knows? Who's really to say? That's just my quick little take on the matter, and I figured I'd put this out, seeing as how the chapter hasn't been released yet, and I guess we'll find out in the next one or the next couple chapters. I think he will go Gear Fourth in an attempt to see what his capabilities are. He's probably going to get stomped by Katakuri and then realize that, all right, I've got to take it up to the next level, kind of how he did with Gear Second and Gear Third back in Eni's lobby. And if you remember, the revelations of Gear Second and Gear Third were pretty close to each other in the overall storyline, and I have no reason to believe Oda will do any different, but only time will tell, and we will see in the upcoming weeks. Hopefully there aren't too many breaks keeping us, because we know how Oda likes to do that, but hey, I'd rather Oda prioritize his health and be able to finish the manga than work himself to death via stress. And that's about all I had to say for today. So if you enjoyed the theory or have anything you think that might disprove the theory, please go ahead and drop your comments in the comment section below. If I'm planning to make more One Piece content in the near future. If you like what I had to say, go ahead and give the video a like and possibly subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I'll catch y'all with the next couple of weeks.